Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, coming to you today from Beckley's Camping Center to show you the all-new, this is a 2020. Imagine, this is the 3000 QB, which is going to be a bunkhouse model. It's a great layout. You've got two doors, lots of things to go over here for you today. But you know, if this is the first time joining me, by all means, hit that subscribe button down there below, and then there's a bell right next to it. If you'd like to be notified when I'm bringing in new video reviews or how-to videos, just click that bell and you will start to be notified when videos that you're liking or that you might have an interest in you'll be notified on that. For those of you that are joining me again, I appreciate you watching. And if there's any questions that you may have, or any comments, by all means, just put that down below. I'll have all the specifications for this particular trailer, as well as pricing and my contact information at the end of this video, as well as down below. So appreciate it. So let's get on this video. So the first thing you're going to notice as you're going in this camper is the fact you have solid steps. They have adjustable legs, so that way there, if the ground is not even, you could adjust the different feet so that you're not, so the steps aren't moving. But the other nice thing is, as you're stepping on them, the camper is not moving either. So come on in here. So as you come in, the first thing you're going to be seeing is, of course, your convenience center. Just like before, turning all your lights and so forth on, your slide, your awning. But now a little bit different, what they've done is they've added a door here for this storage. So you can see the storage is very deep. You still have your coat hangers there, and then down below you do have a place for you to put your shoes, and you can see it is rather deep. And also notice how it has a heat duct blowing out from under there. Let me just give you kind of a look at the new interior. This is the new 2020. As you can see, they've lightened things up a bit. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're liking the new colors and so forth, comment down below. Now, what I really like about this particular model is the fact that you have pocket doors everywhere. And what that gives you is the doors are not in the way when they're open, but then look at how wide open that door is when it is open. So you've got tons of room. Going into the back in the bunk room, look at all the storage area you have for the children or your young adults that you may be bringing with you, as well as the sleeping capacity back here. Kind of give you an idea of how deep these cabinets are, or these drawers. You can see how deep and how long the drawers are. You're going to notice MCD roller shades for the windows, which is kind of an upscale upgrade if you ask me. They do have a vent back here. Nice thing with this kind of a vent fan versus the power vent fan, well, it's power still, but it's not the big fantastic fan, is you do not have to have a window open in order to utilize it. So right above this window here, there is a place for you to put a TV if you wish. So that's a good location for all of the beds, as you can see. And you have that nice oversized bunk bed down below. And that kind of allows you not to need a ladder for the people to get up on these top bunks. Now, coming into the living area here, you're going to notice you're going to have the Thomas Paine recliners, 3 cup holders. That way there, if you're a lefty or righty and you're sitting in one of the seats, at least you have the opportunity to put your drink down on either location. Of course, you've got the little grandkid or your small child seat right there in the middle. Or it's a little armrest, and you do have a little bit of storage down underneath. Now, as you can see, this particular one is on. You can see the blue light. It does have massage, heat, and then you can see how it has a light in the cup holder as well as a light in front. This particular one is not turned on. Now, looking at the dinette booth, this is a U-shaped dinette, and it's a freestanding table. And then you have storage down below, and the cool thing is they've changed it to where you just push it and the doors open up. So you have access to get underneath by either the door, or you can lift off the cushions. Now, the really neat thing that they've done with these cushions, of course, you have the one where it's the vinyl side, or if you wish, you can have a little fabric and have, this is obviously the plaid, as you can see. So you have two different ways of putting the end cushions to kind of change up the coloring a little bit if you wanted to. Now, let me show you how easy it is to put this down to a bed. What you're going to do is this table, you're just going to pull this table out here, and what you're going to do is you're going to put your feet on the bottom feet of the table. But before you do that, is you want to unlock it. You'll hear there's a little yellow button right underneath here that you go ahead and click off. Step on the feet, and then it just pushes forward. And you can see it's going to drop right down. And that way there you're able to slide it back in here, and that'll make a nice bed. Now to put it back up again, I tell you to stand on the feet of, or the legs, whatever you want to call them, of the table, and you're just going to lift it back up, and then just make sure that you click it back in place, and your table's ready to go again. Now, another way that you can utilize this dinette is, let's say you have 4 people here, 4 or 5 maybe, you're watching a movie, you can just slide right back in here. This cushion is right back on your back. It's comfortable. You can have your beverage, your popcorn, all sitting right here, and you're able to enjoy the movie and have a comfortable seat. So now when you have this as a U-shaped dinette, the one thing that might be an issue for you, but smaller kids maybe not, but the space back here for somebody to sit back there. Well, that's easily resolved, and Grand Design thought this through, because you can just push this table back a little bit there, take that little seat and move it out here. Now the person's not blocked back in behind the table, and it makes it just a little bit easier for you. On top of that, you can even store things inside of this seat. If you want to call it an ottoman or whatever, you can. Let's say you wanted a little coffee table for your theater seating. There you have it. You're able to move that right over there in front of it, and you've got a little coffee table. You can set your chips and dip and all that good stuff. So you can see the pattern on there. If you want to have it like that for the cushion, or you can just have it where it's plain Jane. Now they do have an outlet down under here, so if you need an outlet, you need power, you do have an outlet right there. On the back of your dinette, you're going to have the USB charging ports, so you'll be able to use those for these seats or for the dinette booth. Now sitting here, this is where you'd be sitting in the theater seat. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like in the kitchen. Directly across from the TV, that TV does pull out and swivel. I do have the air conditioner on, and I wanted to have that on just to give you an idea that you're not going to be ruining your movies. It is a very quiet air conditioner, and it is ducted. Now speaking of the air conditioner, nice thing about this is the Coleman Mach one, but you do have the quick cool feature, so if let's say you come in, you're hot, you can open that up and you just feel that cold air just blowing right on top of you. So as you can see for the pantry, they kind of changed it up a little bit, and they've got the longer doors, and they hid your breakers and fuses down below there, so it's up out of the way. And of course you have that little kick place. That's where you're going to be kicking your shoes off on the back side of that. Now this does remove here if you wanted to take it out, because you do have a hanger for clothes if you wanted to, and then you could use the other side for your pantry. So that is that particular location. Now some people look at this glass door and they're not even aware that you can open it, but the reason why it's glass is that way you have a remote control for your stereo, and you're able to operate that with it closed. Now you also have a 110 outlet over here, so you can plug in, other sources here to be putting things up on your TV and hearing them through the stereo speakers. So this is your refrigerator, and I'll have a video link down below on how to operate this thing. There's a couple of things that people have mentioned that they weren't aware of, and I covered those in the video. So this is your refrigerator. Down below your refrigerator, you're going to have more storage, as well as a drawer, and you know what that has in it. With your Furrion oven, it has the light so that even when your door is closed, you're able to see what's cooking inside, and you got the nice little blue lights here on the front. And then down below, you've got this pot and pan drawer. The cool thing about it is they've got these pegs that you can set in here, to keep your pots from moving around. Or I guess you can play tic-tac-toe if you wanted to. So that's right in that drawer. The nice thing about this particular Furrion oven stovetop combo is that this is the sparker. Not only does it light your burners up top, but it will light your oven as well. You see how high it is over top of your cooktop, giving you plenty of room to be making your dinner and so forth. And it does have a vent fan going to the outside. You can see you have your microwave above that, and then your nice cabinets with nice storage up here. Good storage up above the sink. Nice lighting, nice backsplash there. Also, you're going to notice that you have two outlets, and they're down low enough where you'll be able to plug in your appliances. It's a high-rise faucet, making it nice. And look at how big your sink is. And I like the fact that even with the counter extension up, look at how much room you have to walk through your doorway there. Again, like most other Grand Design products, you are going to notice that you have no heat ducts on the floor. They're up off the floor. They're through the cabinets and so forth and through the walls. So also you're going to have these two drawers down below your sink. Good sized drawers. Now in your kitchen, you're also going to have a little power vent fan here. It's a smaller fan. And again, the benefit there is that you don't have to have a window open, so you're not bringing in that hot air or you're not bringing in the cold air. You're allowing the fumes while you're cooking just to get evacuated from the kitchen area. Now going into the bathroom area, the nice thing is you have a nice wide door on both sides. Again, you're going to have a fan. By the way, any of these fans can be switched out to a big fantastic fan. Just remember that when you use those, make sure you have a window or other vent open in order to draw the air out. Now look at all this floor space inside of this bathroom. Nice big shower, good opening door there, good sink, counter space, storage. Okay, so you have company, you have them, they're all in the front of the camper. You're able to close that door, and then look at all the floor space you have here. So now you're able to take a shower. You can get out onto this towel here, and you can dry off right in this area, and then you have all your clothes laid right on the bed. Makes it very easy. Look at all this space you have to get yourself ready. Now in the bedroom, you're going to have the actual residential queen bed and storage all around, as well as drawers on both sides. So you can see it's a rather deep drawer, as well as good storage for hanging some clothes and storage up above. Notice how you don't have to use your head to hold that cabinet door open. Now back behind your headboard here, you've got these lights, and you can have it at blue or you can have it bright for a reading light. And all you're going to do is you just push it. See, it's off, it's blue, it's white. It's that simple for your reading lights or night light. Now because we have a 50 amp service with this coach, you can have this thing either ordered with a second AC here in the bedroom, or we can go ahead and put that in for you after the fact. Very simple option to add. Another nice thing with this particular trailer is the fact that you have the door to go outside. So that way there, take a look at all that storage up underneath it. And then you're also going to have 110 outlets on both sides. And then to the left here, you're going to have the USB ports. But we'll have 110 on both sides. So you know you're going to put Johnny and Mary to bed there. You put the kids to bed, you close their door, you tell them you're going to bed. Then of course you just close your door there, you close your other door, and now you can just head right back out to the campfire. One thing I didn't point out to you is the little cubbies you have back behind the toilet area there. And again, notice the heat duct is up off the floor. Now going outside, you can come out the front if you wanted to. You notice you have a nice big awning here with outside stereo speakers. You have the LED light strip. And the nice thing is, notice how they have the center awning support for your awning. That way there, your awning is not going to warp as it's going down the road. It's going to have support. For those of you that do not have that on your trailer, put it on. You'll be glad you did. Now also on your door side, underneath the awning, which is phenomenal, you're going to have your outside kitchen. So you have your 2-burner cooktop. You've got some storage back behind there as well, as you can see, with some light and 110 outlet. This closes just like a drawer. And then you have your little condiment refrigerator. I know there's some people that say, oh, well, this would be great. I could put my adult beverages in here. Of course, my response is, why do you want to get up to get a beverage? Just reach over in the cooler. They're much colder that way. Now you do have a sprayer port here, so you're going to use the hose, which I'm going to show you a little bit later, up in the front, so you can hose things down right up here. Now on the back bumper, you're going to have your spare tire, rear observation camera. You can put one of those on there. It's wired and framed for it. This is where your electrical hookup is. And then of course you have the ladder so that you can go ahead and get up on the roof if you want to do some maintenance, do some sunbathing, some sightseeing, whatever you're thinking you'd like to do. You can go up there and do it. It is a full walkable roof. Now up towards the front here, this is where you're going to be going ahead and dumping your sewer. Your sewer connection is right here, as you can see, and you have your poles are right underneath. Now you're going to have 3 different poles. You have 2 different gray tanks, and then you have a black tank pole as well. Your kitchen gray tank drain is going to be right there. That's for the gray tank for the kitchen. Then of course you have your black tank, which is going to be your sewer, and then you have another gray tank pole up front there. Now the white pole you see up front here, this is for your fresh water tank dump. That's what drains it. Nice thing is it's a nice big pipe. Makes it a lot nicer. It's going to empty much quicker. Notice that you have a enclosed and heated underbelly. You can see the blue and red pipes coming down on the other side there. That's your low point drains. So for your freshwater tank, you could fill it manually here, or while you are hooked to your city water here, you can put it for fresh water, or you can have it for city water. Now you need to bring up your city water up through there, and something I recommend you do is use some brass wool to keep critters from coming up. You can see you have your battery disconnect here, outside shower, so that's going to be hot and cold water, where that sprayer port on the back side was just cold water. 110 outlet right here, cable connection, or the other connections are if in fact you decided you wanted satellite. Satellite needs to go individually to each location. Cable, which is right here, will take care of any connection port that's in there. And the reason for that is with satellite, you're going to need a box in order for that to go through. This has the largest storage of any of the campers out there on the market at this point, 47 square feet of storage. Sensor lighting in here, so that way there, if it senses motion, the lights will turn on. They have the slam latch. This is going to show you how to winterize. It has the operation. By the way, your water heater is down below between the sink and your oven. Blue thing you see there, that is your shower hose, and then you also have your crank for your stabilizers as well as your power tongue jack up front. Now when I said that was for your power tongue jack up front, in the event that it wasn't working, maybe you had a dead battery or whatever, you're able to remove this piece here and you're able to operate that tongue jack. That way there you're not stranded. So up in the front, of course, 2 20-pound LP tanks. You've got the LED light strips in your molded fiberglass cap, and this is what the front looks like. Now a change you're going to notice for 2020 is that these front doors, notice how thick they are now, but it has the slam latches on them. They're thicker, so better insulation. Of course, you're going to have your solar charge panel, or that's where you can hook it up, a portable solar charger there as well. Now you notice that light that's right down here on the side. In the event that you got to a campsite late, I know you're never going to get there when it's dark, but just in case you do, it is there. And of course you do have your black tank rinse. So there you have it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2020 Imagine. It's a 3000 QB. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a great option for those of you that have big families or are expecting a lot of guests. Any questions or comments, by all means, just leave it down below. And again, if this is your first time watching, do consider subscribing to my channel and watch. I have tons of things coming this way. I'll have some other videos linked below that might interest you as well. But if there's something in particular you'd like me to do a review on, by all means, reach out to me. If there's a particular system you'd like me to show you how it's supposed to operate, if I haven't already covered that, or maybe I need to explain it in a little bit more layman's terms, by all means, just reach out to me, and I'll be coming back at you again soon. Take care.